you guys! It's the last Friday of the June school holidays for those of you in Singapore. I thought that it would be a great way to end the June holidays by sharing with you my recipe for Tostitos, which is a salsa, a chunky salsa dip. So you see the word medium, right? That's like the spiciness level. And for us Asians, I think this medium is just sweet. This is a quick to prepare recipe. I think you can do it in about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, you start with 1 jar of this. Okay, Tostitos chunky salsa and a packet of Tostitos scoops. Okay, so this is a tortilla chip and it's made in the form of a spoon, a star-shaped spoon. Yeah, so it's very popular when we have it at the poolside. Okay, it's like this. It's very pretty packaging. It's available at NTUC or Cold Storage. I'm going to make it a double portion, so it's good enough for 2 meals. Alright, all I have to add is 1 tomato and about half an onion. I use this yellow onion because it's cheaper. Alright, and a bunch of cilantro. Okay, now we're gonna wash the veggie. I'm also going to use about 1/3 of a Japanese cucumber that I have left over from last night's dinner. This portion will go into the bowl for eating right away because cucumber tends to turn watery, so I won't put it in the jar, and then there will be another half that I can put in the jar, but I won't add cucumber into the jar. Okay, so now what I do is cut off. Okay, and you don't need a knife, you can just use scissors for this recipe. So I want to show you that scissors are actually great to use for cooking recipes. Okay, and cut the root. That's it. Remove the skin. Come on, cooperate. Okay, give it a rinse. Rinse the tomato. Then fill the sink up with water. So you can just wash the cilantro like this. Again, make sure that there's no salt. And then you can cut your way to goodness. So what I do is I pour some boiling water on the jar cover, and then I will open the jar so it's easier, because the metal will expand a little bit. Okay, so I've opened the jar very easily, alright, and just scoop up. Maybe I'll tell you what this salsa is made of. Tomato puree, which is water and tomato paste, diced tomatoes, tomato juice, jalapeno peppers, onions, and less than 2% of the following, which is vinegar, salt, natural flavor, and garlic powder. Okay, so usually I read the ingredients of what I buy because it means that you can make it yourself. Okay, take out half. This is how watery it is. I was planning on standing here, right, so you don't see the mess of my kettle corner at the back, but never mind, I forgot about that. So take out about half. Okay, put it in a big open glass bowl. Now all you have to do is to put in the onion. Okay, so cut away the brown edge of the onion. Then you just want it in small bits. These scissors, I just bought these scissors from Daiso. They're not so good to use. Okay, yeah, this one is better. I also bought them yesterday because normally I use a very cheap pair of scissors. Actually, come to think of it, so you just cut them up like that. These are my regular scissors. Okay, just give it a wipe. Yeah, these scissors cut better. So get a pair of scissors like that, which is very sharp, and it can just lean into the food at an angle, so it's easy to cut. I think I forgot to include lime, which I usually will squeeze a slice of lime into this before I serve it. So you know, onion is formed in layers, so you want it to be in little cubes. You just have to cut like this, and then whatever you don't use, just put it in a plastic bag, and you can use it if you cook like instant noodles. This has come out, so then cut them up like that. A bit more. The onion is sweet and crunchy. This onion is very juicy. That's enough. I'm going to put it in a plastic bag so it can go into the fridge for another meal. Now I add the tomato. So I took the trouble of buying two very pretty pairs of scissors, but in the end I'm using my regular. This is a very wholesome meal. So now you can see why I asked you to choose a bowl or a container which is pretty and it has a big opening. So it's easy to receive all these things while you're cutting. So all the tomato juice goes in. Now we want to make this good enough for 2 meals, so we take half, put into the jar. If you like more onion, you can just cut some more. For me, I think it's enough. So half the content in here and half in there. Maybe I'll cut a bit more for the onion. Now what's left is a neater looking onion. Okay. Then all the extra put in. Okay. Cut this is a Japanese cucumber, so cut into small bits that you can scoop up. This is a really good dish to eat when you're watching your YouTube videos. This cucumber, because we used much of it last night, so it's, can you see the center is a little soft already? Can see? Okay. The most important must-have is the cilantro. Usually for this, right, I'll just use something to scoop it up. If it doesn't bother you, just leave it. Okay. Now the cilantro. So you collect the cilantro that you have washed and dried. Okay, just bunch it up. Take the cute scissors, whatever scissors are, just cut away. I'm sure you have scissors at home. cut small though, because you don't want big pieces. They tend to, if the piece is too big, you might get the chlorophyll taste. You know what? So like this is a bent end, right? So when you cut, it becomes double the, so cut small, even smaller. One pair of scissors will do. I'm just showing you that any pair of scissors will do. Although my favorite is this pair. Okay, this is my use for everything scissors. Okay, so again, you reach the bent end. Okay, that's quite a lot of cilantro. The rest will go into the jar. Okay, move out. The jar says it's my turn, my turn. Take the spoon out. Just be careful you don't cut your hand. If you are able to cut paper, I guess you can make this dish. Although if you are like maybe 8 or 9, it's best that you have somebody around, like you don't cut your finger. Okay, so what I do is that I will stir it up. That's all. That's all you have to do. Voila! A no-cook dish. Okay. And for the plate, do the same. Stir it up. Give it a good mix. So it's now very thick, right? It's too thick. So what you have to do is just to add some water. So the best part about eating this, right, to me, is that you can use these jars. We use this for coffee, okay, or for drinks. So just add water. And you can stir it up. And for the one in the jar, you can either add later or you can add some now. I would suggest that you keep it until you're ready to serve, then you can add some water. Okay, so it's full of veggie goodness. Bit more water. It's up to you how wet you want it to be. Okay, then this is, use 1/4 of a lime. So I'm gonna do a farci, which is a crab, a stuffed crab. So squeeze some lime in there. Okay. Don't forget the one in the jar. Okay. Now I usually drop the lime in, and then before I serve, I just take the lime out so it has maximum flavor. Okay, and that's it. It's ready to eat. Okay, so what we have made is a whole jar of chunky salsa. Now it's even chunkier and it's full of vegetable goodness. Which this will go into the fridge for another lunch. And this is a whole bowl of it. It's so good. Taking pictures. Okay. Now what we do, open up the cracker spoon, right, and just turn the back down, and then you can fold the bottom so that it sits. It sits here. Take a peek. Take a peek. Okay, pick out one scoop. This is how it looks like. And you see, you can hold the finger part and just scoop. Okay. Now it's the time to call Cara to come up. Yummy! Make sure you hear the sound. Mmm. Mmm. It's so good. I'm gonna take another one. And dip and scoop. Can you see? Full of, that's got cucumber, tomato. Actually, what I use is not cilantro, you know. What I used was a bunch of local celery, Chinese celery. So if you get cilantro, I think it's tastier, but this celery is good. Oh no, I've eaten 3. I forgot to call Cara. The lime It's just so delicious. Mmm. Mmm. So good. Okay, Kara is here. She was
kneeling on the floor because
she
I just shot a video. So if you don't go and watch it, then I'm not friends with you.
yeah.
Actually,
Okay, so take a scoop.
okay, so
What
this
never
is a
have
really
you?
pretty scoop.
There you go. It's so good. The lime
is so good.
yeah, and it's so healthy. All right, and I'm gonna try to
You could
upload.
even just eat the dip by itself. Or if you're an idiot, you could eat the chips by themselves. I mean, I do that sometimes too. Don't worry.
Yeah, like sometimes I have a craving for this.
I know, right?
You also, right? With coffee in the morning. Some of the chips are broken, and then I accidentally tore the bag because I wanted to do like the crazy Russian hacker. He shows you how
It
to.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, but the bag tore.
So
Well, you know, made in America.
I'm just eating the broken chips because they're so
Even
good.
the broken chips are good, huh? See? Okay, so enjoy this.
Rated 10/10.
Yeah, 10/10 for sure. Okay? Please share, like, and
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
And follow us on Instagram, please. Thank you.